students. Welcome to an English language lesson. This lesson is for Form 1. The theme is Science and Technology. Today we will be doing Unit 5. The topic is Let's Experiment. Let's look at the main skills. Here we have 2. Speaking 2.1.1. Ask about and give detailed information about themselves and others. And reading 3.1.2. Understand specific details and information in simple, longer text. For the complementary skills, we have speaking 2.3.1. Keep interaction going in short exchanges by checking understanding of what a speaker is saying. Reading 3.1.1. Understand the main points in simple, longer text. And speaking 2.1.3. Ask about and describe future plans or events. Let's look at the introduction. Here you're going to do vocabulary and speaking. So first of all, you are going to read the museum guide. Then listen and repeat the words in blue. So this is a guide to the Science Museum. The Science Museum in London was founded in 1857. It contains over 300,000 exhibits, including the world's oldest steam locomotive and the world's first jet engine. More than 2.7 million people visit the Science Museum each year.
Unit 5. Vocabulary and Speaking. Science. Exercise 1. DNA. Clone. Genetically modified crops. Cure. Disease. Vaccine. Spacecraft. Planet. Satellite. Wind turbine. Solar panel. Battery.
Yes, students, which part of the museum would you like to visit? Why? So you can try to answer these questions. Now, copy and complete the table with the correct words from exercise 1. Here you have a table with 3 columns. There are 3 different categories here: space, medicine, and environment. So for space, you have the word spacecraft. Other words are planet and satellite. And for medicine, you have DNA, clone, cure, disease, and vaccine. Environment, genetically modified crops, wind turbine, solar panel, and also battery. Let's continue with exercise 4. What do you want to know about science in the future? Write 1 question for each of the 3 subheadings in exercise 3. Will people live on other planets? So this can be a question about science that you want to know. Number 1 example for space. Will people live on other planets? Medicine, maybe you can ask a question, can all diseases be cured? And for environment, the question can be, will a super machine be built to absorb all toxic gases? Now let's work in pairs. Ask and answer your questions from exercise 4. Example, will people live on other planets? So your answer can be, yes, I think so, or no, I don't think so. Yes, students, let's continue the lesson with reading. For reading, you are going to read and listen to the article. So this article is about, what is it about? Okay, so read and listen. So the question is, which predictions are about? A. Travel and transport. B. Medicine. C. Entertainment. D. Eating. And E. Education.
Unit 5. Reading. A magazine article. Exercise 1. 6 amazing predictions for the future. Will the world be very different 20 years from now? Futurologist Mark Mann gives us his view of life in the future.
1. Many people who are born in the 2040s will live until they are 150. That's because there will be vaccines for most serious diseases, including cancer. 2. Cars will drive themselves. Our cars will take us wherever we want to go, safely and easily, and we'll be able to relax and enjoy the ride. 3. Learning a second language won't be necessary. We'll be able to buy tiny computers that fit in our ear and translate what we hear into our own language. 4. There will be genetically modified crops that are very healthy. For example, sweets will have vitamins in them. We'll also be able to buy square fruit and vegetables that fit in the fridge more easily. 5. People will go on holiday to space. Thousands of us will work in space stations, which will have hotels, restaurants, and sports stadiums. 6. We'll be able to play video games just by thinking. The games will be advanced enough to understand what move we want to make. It will make the move for us. We won't need to touch anything.
Now let's look at the answers. Which predictions are about travel and transport? So the answer is 2 and 5. For medicine, 1. For entertainment, it is 6. And for eating, it is 4. And education, it is for 3. Now read the article again and answer the questions about the future. What age will people live to? So the answer is 150. Question 2. Why won't people learn to drive? The answer is because cars will drive themselves. Number 3. How will computers help people who can't speak foreign languages? So the answer is they will translate what we hear into our own language. Number 4. How will fruits and vegetables be different? Answer is they will be square. Number 5. Where will people stay on a space station? So the answer is in hotels. Number 6. What won't people have to do when they play video games? The answer is touch anything. Now let's look at task number 3. Do you disagree with any of the predictions in the articles? Which ones? Why? For example, I don't think genetically modified crops will be healthy because they aren't natural. So here you can see a picture of the top 10 genetically modified foods. So here you have corns, you have soy, you have cotton, papaya, rice, rapeseed, which is canola, and then you have potatoes, tomatoes, dairy products, and also peas. So do you think the future will be better than the present? Why? Why not? Let's continue our lesson with grammar. For grammar, today you will learn will and won't. Copy and complete the table with short forms of will and will not. What form of the verb do we use after will? So let's look at here. We have 4 types of sentences. We have affirmative, which is a positive, negative, questions, and short answers. So sweets will have vitamins. We be able to relax and enjoy the ride. So we will be able to relax and enjoy the ride. The negative, learning a second language be necessary. So answer is won't be necessary. So this is the negative sentence. For questions, will the world be very different in 20 years from now? So this is the question. And then we have the short answers. Yes, it will. No, it won't. So to answer the question, what form of the verb do we use after will? The answer is the infinitive without to. Let's look at more sentences here. Will and won't. Affirmative, robots will work for humans. We'll be able to do more things we enjoy. Negative, learning a second language won't be necessary. Questions, will humans be able to fly? Short answers, yes they will. No, they won't. Now let's complete the sentences with will or won't to make predictions about the future. Number 1, people stop smoking. So the sentence is, people won't stop smoking. So this can be your sentence. Number 2, trees disappear completely. So trees will disappear completely. E-books replace paper books. So e-book will replace paper books. Crime increase. So crime will increase. Computers become cheaper. So computers won't become cheaper. So analyze. In English, we use will or won't to talk about future events. Can you translate this meaning of will or won't in your language? Now let's get the next exercise. Order the words to make questions about your day tomorrow. Get up. I will early. So, will I get up early? Number 2, weather good be will the. Will the weather be good? Number 3, English test have we will end. Will we have an English test? Number 4, will computer games play I? Will I play computer games? Number 5, anyone me send text message will a. Will anyone send me a text message? Next, we look at exercise 4. Read the advert. Then complete the sentences with will or won't. Use short forms where possible. So let's look at the advert. The car of the future will have lots of space. Won't need a driver. Will understand what you say. Won't cost a lot of money. Won't use petrol. Will be fast but safe. Number 1, you drive it, so you won't drive it. Number 2, it be good for the environment. It will be good for the environment. Number 3, it intelligent, so it will be intelligent. Number 4, lots of things fit in it, so lots of things will fit in it. It be expensive, it won't be expensive. You have an accident in it, so you won't have an accident in it. Next, express yourself. What will happen in your life in the next 10 years? Write sentences about topics 1 to 4. Examples, I'll learn another language. I won't study science at university. So here you have number 1, go to university. 2, get married. C, learn Chinese. 4, travel around the world. So you can say, I'll go to university. I won't get married until I'm in my 30s. I won't learn Chinese unless I'm working in China. And the last one, I'll travel around the world. Dear students, now you can work in pairs, ask and answer questions about topic 1 to 4 from exercise 5. Example, will you go to university? Yes, I will. Will you travel around the world? Yes, I will. Let's look at the next grammar item. It is first conditional. So here we have situation. If we use too much water for washing, the result is we won't have enough to drink. So then we have another example. The result first, they'll worry about me and the situation if I don't keep in touch with them. So here, when we write if plus conditional situation first, we use a comma between the two parts of the sentence. So look at the sentences in the table. In first conditional tenses, what tense do we use? Number one, after if to talk about a conditional action. So the answer is the present simple. Number two, what tense do we use to talk about the result of the conditional action? So the answer is the will or won't form of the future. Now, first conditional order of verbs. We use the first conditional to talk about possible actions in the future and their results. We can put the possible action first in the sentence and the result second, or we put the result first and the action second. Example here, the situation if scientists continue to experiment. So the result, we will find cures for more diseases. But you can also write the result first. There will be more explosions in our science class situation if we aren't careful with the chemicals. So now match sentences 1 to 5 with other sentences from A to E to make full sentences. Don't forget to use a comma. So number one, if you go to the space station, you won't have enough for later. Is it correct? So be careful, you have to match. So number one, if you go to the space station. Number two, if you miss your family. Number three, if you drink too much water. Number four, if you feel sick. Number five, if you go on the exercise bike. So let's look at the rest of the sentences. You won't have enough for later. The doctor will give you some medicine. The journey will take 2 days. Your muscles will stay strong. You'll be able to send them emails. So number one, if you go to the space station, answer is C. The journey will take 2 days. Number two, if you miss your family, the answer is E. You'll be able to send them emails. Number three, if you drink too much water, answer is A. You won't have enough for later. Number four, if you feel sick, the answer is B. The doctor will give you some medicine. And number five, if you go on the exercise bike, the answer is D. Your muscles will stay strong. Dear students, you can copy and complete the sentences with your own ideas. For example, the first one, if I live to the age of 150, maybe you can say, if I live to the age of 150, I will be moving around in a flying chair. Number two, you travel to other planets if space cars are invented. Number three, if someone buys me a smartphone, I'll do all the chores for this person. Next, everyone or everybody will use bicycles if they are motorized. Okay, number five, if I have my own robot, okay, so answer will be I'll be free from all my school work. Dear students, now you're going to learn grammar in context. So here is a dialogue between Penny and Matt. So try to answer by reading the conversation or dialogue and filling in the blanks with the correct grammar items. So you have here, how many blanks? They are all together 11 gaps or blanks. Dear students, now you can listen to the audio and check your answers. Let's continue with another task. Go online and find 3 other science facts about the natural world. Here I've written 3 for you. Example number 1. So this is the first fact. Some metals are so reactive that they explode on contact with water. The second fact, 20% of Earth's oxygen is produced by the Amazon rainforest. And the third fact about science is, in 2.3 billion years, it will be too hot for life to exist on Earth.
Unit 5. Grammar in Context. Science. Exercise 5.
If you mix red and yellow, it will make purple.
No, it won't make purple.
Will it make orange?
Yes, it will.
A worm won't die if you cut it in half.
What will happen?
It will become two worms.
Good.
If lightning strikes, you will hear thunder.
OK. Will you see the lightning before or after you hear the thunder?
Before.
That's right.
Dear students, just now you listened to the conversation on science. So this is grammar in context. Let's look at the answers. Penny is testing Max about science. Complete the dialogue with correct forms of the verbs in brackets. So Matt, if you, answer is mix red and yellow, it will make purple. Penny, no, it won't make purple. Matt, will it make orange? Yes, it will. So next we have a worm won't die if you cut it in half. What will happen? It will become two worms. Good. Next we have, if lightning strikes, you will hear thunder. Okay. Will you see the lightning before or after you hear the thunder? Before. That's right. Dear students, we have come to the end of our lesson for today. Hopefully, this video is of benefit to you. Do subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator Omni Tube. I am Madam Gan. So see you in another lesson for English language. Bye.